Hello and welcome to Matt Loves Eurovision. It's my Eurovision 2025 Top 37 countdown. It's place number 2, Albania, Shkodra Elektronike, Zjerm. Please do click the subscribe button, ring that notification bell, and like, share and comment below. So my silver place, medal place, is quite a turn up for the books. Albania. I've not had Albania in the bottom part of my rankings by and large, but nor have they much troubled the very top of my rankings either. Their 2018 entry, Mal, was easily my favourite entry until this year. But all being well on the Basel stage, Eugent Bushpepa has been supplanted by this duo from northern Albania. Now, the last time the southeastern European country reached the top 10 was in 2012, when they got their best ever result of 5th place. So can Shkodra Elektronike take Albania back to that top 10 or even match or best that 2012 result? Now, Shkodra Elektronike are made up of Beatrice and Kola. They're both from the town of Shkodra and they both emigrated to Italy. They've been together as a duo since 2019. Beatrice is a singer and songwriter. Kola is a songwriter and producer. They had some chart success already in Albania, and they've also performed at quite a number of international festivals across Europe. Now, their music is a mixture of kind of pop, electronic, and traditional Albanian music. And they've stated that their aim, or perhaps their project, I think is how it's been described, is to reinterpret the traditional songs of Shkodra, their hometown, in a contemporary electronic style. They first competed in Festival e Këngës, which is the long-running Albania music festival, which is also used as the way of selecting the Albanian entry for Eurovision. They first competed in that in December 2021. That was would have been for the 2022 Eurovision Song Contest, and they finished 3rd that year. They returned for Festival e Këngës this year, in this December just gone, and in the final they performed Zjerm, and they came first, not just both with the jury and with the televote, and they defeated the fan favourite, or at least it was the fan favourite at the time, and also I think probably most people's expected winner, Albania. Now, Zjerm, which means fire, is that fusion of electronic pop and traditional Albanian song and music, which I kind of described a little earlier. Beatrice is the co-writer. They both are co-composers, and Kola is the producer. It's naturally all in Albanian, and the lyrics are really very poetic. They focus kind of on fire, not surprising, as a central motif, symbolising power, purification and renewal. Beatrice is the main vocalist, not surprisingly, but one of the most distinctive parts of this entry, or part of the song, is Kola has a sort of a spoken word part in the middle. Beatrice also gets to demonstrate plenty of her dance moves as well during the song, and and also not entirely unconnected, there are Albanian instrumentals aplenty in this as well, especially with an orchestral crescendo at the end, towards the end. Now, I think this is a truly delightful entry. It's so inventive, it's so authentic, it's completely different to most of the other songs in the contest, and it's so elegantly and interestingly performed. Now, if you've watched my other videos or read my reviews on my website, you'll know that I really like the fusion of folk and modern music, and this brings together folk with electronic, and of course electronic happens to be one of my favourite music genres. It's got, as I say, some of those soaring instrumentals, And Beatrice sort of sparkles as the centerpiece within the performance, in her vocals, her kind of her movement, just her presence, and also her outfits, which have she's demonstrated a full range of amazing outfits all through kind of the both Festival Cangas, but also the pre-party season as well. And having seen some of the rehearsal clips, she's got something quite spectacular and amazing for the actual show in Basel. Kola provides this really brooding presence that I do think adds to the whole piece. I think there's always been slight concerns about how his bit fits in and how he comes across on camera. He's not as confident, he hasn't been as confident as Beatrice, but I think he's grown in confidence, and I think they're working that in quite well. I'll be interested to see kind of what the full rehearsal shows and how the camera cuts work. It really is, I think, probably one of the most sort of performance art style entries that we've got in this year's contest. They both have so much depth and confidence as artists. I think that was really demonstrated at the London Eurovision party where they were at, because not only did they perform Zjerm, they also produced, they did like an electronic dance piece. Because a lot of the acts at London Eurovision always asked if they want to do other songs as well, and they wanted to do this composition of theirs, and it's 9 minutes long, and they were absolutely, and I think the organisers said, "Are you sure you don't want to cut that down?" They were absolutely insistent on doing the full 9 minutes, and they had the audience really sold in and mesmerised. It was great. It was just a really interesting performance and very enjoyable. Yeah. Now, despite being one of the very first songs released, selected, I should say, Zjerm has remained high up in the scoreboard app for this entire time. A testament to that this has many sort of committed fans, and also it's just very nice to see a country like Albania, which is, you know, getting all of that love as well, rather than kind of some of the more traditional sort of big beasts of Eurovision. It took a little time for the betting odds to catch up. Qualification is looking very, very likely, and I've already alluded to that rehearsal clip, but I think we're even more confident that this will qualify for Albania. Albania are pretty good at qualifying, actually, often with songs much more less weaker than this. They managed to qualify with. Astonishingly, for quite a bit of the season, so once the betting odds did catch up, we've had Albania sitting in the top 10 of the odds to win. That, just as I went to record this, that has slightly changed, and there's been a slight swap, and they're now in 11th. But even so, that is a really, really high placing for Albania to find themselves in. I do think when it comes to the actual voting, I do think this is going to get a good vote from the Albanian diaspora. Will get behind this, and also I think others are going to get behind this as well, because it is such a quality piece. I think juries will appreciate this as well. They should appreciate it. And whatever the result, though, and even if they don't beat that 5th place, I think, even if they don't even get to the top 10, I think whatever happens, I think Shkodra Elektronike have done Albania proud. Now, I've mentioned my website already, but please do check that out, www.mattloveseurovision.com, for all the kind of the written versions of these reviews. And yes, please do let me know. What's your silver place? What do you think of Albania? How do you think it will do? All of that, always let me know in the comments, please. And please join me again soon, because if you haven't worked it out already, come back and watch my number 1. Take care.